Hello my friends, it's Sherry. How you doing today? My channel is Turquoise Dreaming, so welcome to my channel and welcome to my craft room. You guys will have to tell me, especially if you're crafters, tell me if you get so excited as I do when I have a day off. Oh my goodness, I can't even contain myself. So many things I'm working on. I just like, I'm going crazy in my craft room because I have a day off from work. Oh, it's awesome. So let me show you what I'm working on. That's what I'm going to do today. We're going to hopefully do some crafting, but I want to show you what I've been working on. So in my organization video, I talked about, I have these strips I want to sew together and do something with, and I have all this stuff in my project card on the bottom shelf, and I have all this stuff in my, a group of goodies in my top shelf of my project, a little rolling cart that I want to do something with. And I have this, that, and the other one I want to do something with. So I just kind of dove in head first and am getting that stuff done. So let me show you this little bowl of goodness here is the strips, So I did sew them all together. I used kind of off-white or cream colored thread and a little zigzag stitch. I sewed them all together. I did color coordinate a little bit, but I think they turned out really cute. And I put a little embellishment on each one. And I've made these before, and I put them in my shop, and they sold. So, I love them myself, but there is a lot here. So I will definitely, if you want some of these, check my shop and see if they're in there. If they're not in there, when you see this video, I'm going to make a point of having them in there, but if they're not in there, it's probably because they've sold, right? So anyway, that little group of goodness, I finished all those strips. So any strips, there's like 2 strips over there or 1 strip over there right now that I just added. So I will, put more strips out to do more of these in the future. But I think these turned out super cute. And I actually got these little foam. These are like little foam stickers, flower stickers with a gem on them. I got them at a thrift store. These little, all these different colored ones. Pink, blue, white, and green. I got them at a thrift store, believe it or not. I really did. And yesterday when I was making these the other day, and I actually looked them up online on Amazon to see, like, well, I've used all these up, do I want to buy some more? And they're actually not cheap, so I have lots of other things I can use for embellishments on these. So next time I make these, I will look around my craft room and see what else I can use for embellishments. But I think these, something small like that in the middle just adds a perfect little something that these needed. So anyway, and I have some that are small where I ran out of the little flowers, and they're just like this. So I might either save these for me or just add them into the listing as something, the person can get and add their own little embellishment, right? If they wanted to. So that's one thing I've been working on. Then that was, see, on my top shelf, that was the strips over by my sewing machine. The top shelf, I had these things here. And I have a Tag Tuesday video where I made the cross-stitch pieces that was on that top shelf of my rolling cart. Those were in there. I made, if you haven't seen it yet, or if it hasn't been published yet, there will be or was a YouTube video where I made those into tags. So the rest of the stuff that was in that top shelf is, I think I have everything here, do I? Let me look real quick. Yes, this is it. Okay. Yeah, there wasn't very much there, but this is, this was there. This came from this, and this too was there. I think this little sticker. So I made this into like a little journaling card or a tag. This is embossed. This is file folder. So I embossed this piece of paper here myself, added the file folder and used up that sticker, and then I added this little cute sloth sticker in the middle as a decoration. So there's one thing I used up. Then these pieces right here were there, And this I added a file folder to and just glued this on because I think I'm going to save it for a belly band, and it's came from some Christmas fabric, but I think it doesn't have to be Christmassy, you know, just anywhere where these red flowers would look pretty. So I'm going to put that in my ephemera stash and use that for at some point. I think it could be a belly band this way if the book or journal is wide enough, or it can go this way. So that's what I'm doing with that. And these also, I put file folder on the back. This could be, if you have a page, just picture, let me get a piece of paper. Picture this in the corner of a page, either like that, or it could even be an uptuck on a page. So, and I backed it with file folder again. It was just fabric. And this too, this could be a little pocket, you know, or a side tuck or up tuck also. So that's what I did with those pieces that were there waiting for me to do something with. And then these, I had these little pieces of, they're like little banners that are corrugated cardboard, and they were from some stickers that I took apart, that I used the top part of the sticker for something. And so I actually made new, these are paper clip, you know, little paper clips that I can put on something. So yeah, I can put these on a page or something, but all I did was add a piece of pretty, I went to my scrap box and found this gold scrapbook paper. It's like cardstock, and I cut a piece to match the strip of corrugated cardboard that I had here, and made it a little thinner because I still wanted to see that corrugated cardboard a little bit. You see how you see it on the sides a little bit. I think I really like corrugated cardboard, and I didn't want to cover it up completely because I really just like it. So, and then I went back to my stickers, and I found these stickers right here floating around in the bottom of my sticker drawer, like they had come off whatever they came on, you know what I mean? And so now they were kind of floating and there in the bottom. And I was like, okay, let's use these. And so this is what I came up with to use those up. So that was everything. I've now used everything in that top drawer. So, or top, you know, shelf of my craft room. And what else have I been working on? Let me show you. I needed some, I'm working on a journal. If you saw my organization video, I showed you on my dresser that's in back of me, where I said, this is my next journal I'm working on. I had the book there, and I had papers under it sitting over in back of me. So let me show you. When I got ready to do that journal, there's certain scrapbook paper I wanted to use, but it's white on the back, and I had a lot of fun dyeing some scrapbook papers. I love these. These are papery scrapbook papers. They're from a couple different places. Like one I got from scrapbook.com, I think, and the other one I got from Walmart. And I'm trying to see if I have them here to show you. Hold on, where are they? Let me show you. Let me grab it. So this, I believe, is from Walmart. It's Color Block French Prep, and it's this one here. See how they're white on the back, but I like these vintagey looking. I actually love this one. I would totally buy this again and again, and always have this one. Once I run out of it, I just love it. So anyway, that's one. Let me put that back over there. I have it laying flat on my desk so it doesn't get bent or anything. And this is the one, Paper Studio. Oh, this is from Hobby Lobby. Yeah, I ordered it online actually, because I have a hobby. I have this store, Hobby Lobby, near my work, but it's not that close, and it's in an area that's really super busy. So I don't really like to go over there, and I don't. And Hobby Lobby's so big, it's just like, you know, it's just kind of overwhelming to me. So I'd rather just order online and concentrate on what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? Instead of being overwhelmed by the store. But here's the papers in here, as you can see. They're muted and they're kind of vintagey, and that's the colors I was going for this journal I'm going to work on. Let me put that back over there. So I took papers out of both of those paper pads, and I took them. I have a table set up in the other room. Actually, if you were watching my organization videos, the table, I didn't show it to you, but it's set up in the same room where I keep my Etsy stuff in those cabinets that I showed you in my organization videos. So anyway, I took them in there and dyed the back of them, and this is avocado dye. So they're all, I was going to coffee dye them, but then I would have had to make some coffee yesterday after we drank our coffee in the morning. It was all gone. And so can you hear the crinkle? They're just, they're amazing after you coffee dye these kind of papers or avocado dye them. So anyway, I already had some avocado dye that I made in my refrigerator. I actually have like 3 jars of it in there. I keep it in, I make it, and if I have extra from when I use it, I pour it into glass jars, put the lid on, tuck it in the back of my refrigerator for when I need it. And I was like, I went yesterday, I was like, yes, I need to use this. And so, hear that crinkle? Isn't it beautiful? Anyway, I thought you would enjoy seeing those, all the crinkleness and everything. And so I did that. When I have a day off, watch out. I'm just like all over this craft room. And then, so what else did I do? So I pulled out, let me show you. These were in the bottom shelf of my rolling cart. Let me put this back. This was in here. These little boxes of paper and whatever's in here. So I just pulled these. Excuse me. I need to take a drink. I'm talking too much. But I pulled these out of that bottom shelf and started going through these. Just one second. I do need to take a drink. Just one second. So I pulled these out and started going through them, right? So I just had them here on my table. And these are all pulled out of there, and the ones I finished are right here. So at first I was like, okay, I'm just going to ink around these, and you know, it's going to be simple, and I'm going to just have them ready to go for whatever I need them for. No, that didn't work. So then I took them after I didn't get through this whole pile. I just started inking some of them, and I was using my actually my do I still have it out here? Where is that? I don't have it out here. I guess I put it away. I guess I did. Anyway, I had my distress ink. I always have that here. You know, vintage photo with my little eye shadow brush. And I was inking around, and I was like, you know, I just want some more color around. So I've shown you before. I don't, like I said, I don't have it out right now. I don't see it. But it's a little furniture like scratch cover marker that I got from Dollar Tree. I have a couple of those. There's a couple different colors that they usually have at Dollar Tree, and I got that out. And so I was like, I just want some more color. Let me see if I can find some that I inked around. I guess this one might be just that ink that I just showed you. Vintage photo, distress ink. And then I got out the furniture marker, and let me show you this one. I inked around this piece and this piece with the furniture marker. And I think, you know, it just depends on the look you want. I just wanted more of a border and more of color. So it turned out really nice, I think. And then, so then I started going through the ones I just inked, and I re-inked them with that marker. And then I just decided to do something with them, make them into something. I just got really, I don't know, inspired. Just having so much fun. So I brought out some ribbons, which I can show you in a second, but I made each one kind of a little different, some the same. But I, you know, put some, this is one-sided cardstock, this green in the back. I think these colors look really beautiful together. It's like a peachy pink, this green color. You can write on the back of these. I have a little decoration up here of ribbon, like fabric ribbon, and this little flower, which comes off of, if you have these, I'm sure you recognize them. But I picked everything, pretty much a lot of what I have, you know, if you watch my channel, 90% of what I have is from thrift stores. So this is, of course, from a thrift store. And so I started just cutting little, you know, sections. These are like in little sections, and like little appliques is what I call them in my mind. So I started using those. And like I just stapled on this little ribbon on this one and glued on that little flower. And look how it came out. So I have some of those with that green. And this is white polka dots on there, or white dots. And I thought I had some, this is from my scrap box, you know, that green there, that was in my scrap box. I had little strips from the bottom, you know how you end up with those little 3-inch or 4-inch strips that you sometimes cut off your scrapbook paper, your 12 by 12. That's what I have. I have a bunch of those in my scrap box. So let me see what it looks like on the stripes. So that's one with the stripes. Here's another one. I did the little ribbon a little different. I have the ribbon. This one I think I sewed and glued, but I got a little piece of lace there. I just wanted something more than just one piece on there. So I made those. Then this I had this little person from a book or something, or maybe somebody sent it to me in Happy Mail. I don't know where he came from, but it looks like, almost looks like George Washington there or something. But I backed him with some of that. I think that's that gold paper, scrapbook paper. He's on the front. I did ink around him. See the dark line, 2 layers here with some pretty ribbon, gold and white. I wanted it to be really kind of vintagey looking to go with this photo, or illustration or drawing, whatever it is. And then this one, cute, right? This is just, I had this in that box I showed you, this folded book page that I had glued and sewed around. I had it ready for decoration. So this is washi and a piece of paper, and it's one of these little black, I had pulled that out of my ribbon and trims stash. So I pulled that out. See, here's the one, the gold one I showed you on George Washington. Here's the fabric ribbon. I pulled that out. And here's the lace kind of trim that I just showed you. I haven't used this one yet. I pulled this one out too, but I haven't used that one. So anyway, on with, and there's a couple more of these too. Aren't they beautiful? I love that color with the green. It's just so perfect. So let's see. That is not everything. This is just going to be a show and tell, isn't it? I wanted to craft with you today, but I've been working on so many things. So let me go ahead while I'm showing you things so I don't have to do a separate video on this. So I was playing with that new embossing folder. I never had a big one like that, and I've never bought one. Maria actually sent me some little ones that I have, and I've tried those, and those are super fun. But I wanted to try, because I see people on YouTube using the bigger ones and how they emboss a whole piece of paper, or a bigger piece of paper. And so I played around with some paper. This is scrapbook paper, but it's light. So I tried like a darker, pattern of scrapbook paper, and you really couldn't see the embossing so much. So I tried this lighter one, and I love that. See, there's a butterfly in the background there. I don't know if you can see that, but so I decided, try to figure out what I like, what I want to do in the future with that embossing folder. And so I like this lighter patterns, and then I did all of these. These are the sewing papers I told you about. Here is the sewing tracing papers. I just had some of those from the thrift store. This one I already backed with file folder, but these are not backed yet, see? And this is how they came out. I embossed all of these, orange and red. This is just some black cardstock, these two. This is some white, oh, this is scrapbook paper. Oh, maybe this is the one I did that I didn't like so much. See how you can't see it? You can see it on the back though. Look at that white. And I can ink over this. Let's see real quick. If you emboss white paper, I know you can like ink over it and bring out the embossing. See what that looks like? See how that picks up the ink? Isn't that pretty? Yeah, so, yeah. And this is paper, so let's see. And this is this is file folder. So this is, papery, scrapbook paper. This is file folder. Let's see what that looks like real quick. I'm just using the ink that's on this brush right now, so I want to get some darker parts in there where you can really see it. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to have some fun with that. I must have had a random book page here that I put on. These I worked on while I was watching TV one night. Just hashtag mobile crafting, Susan and I kind of have that in mind now whenever I do a video and I show you if it's something different than we did in that collab. I want to make sure I show you. So I know I've shown you stuff like this before. I just had some random book page and I put it on file folder, and it's kind of rounded the corners, inked around, so it's basically a journal card now. at the moment. And then I had some sewing instruction papers. I have way too many of these, and I'm like, I need to do something with these so that they're ready to go, because I think about it when I am making a journal, but do I want to stop and cut up the sewing paper? So I had a bunch, and I just like, let me do this while I'm watching TV one night. So I did. I just took the sewing papers, cut them up, and I have all of these. I did all of this stack right here. And this was from, you know, a few different patterns. And just took them and cut them all into page shapes like this. So they're pages now. And I can cut them down if I need to, but they're all about, you know, when the instructions are folded, this is how they fit into an envelope. So I just went with the folds that were there and kind of cut them where I needed to cut them to make them all into pages. So I have cut, this is the folds here. This is the other side. So I have all these ready to go now to grab when I'm doing a journal around this size that I can use these in. And if I need them to be a little shorter or a little narrower, I can always cut them down a little bit, right? So those are ready to go. So much fun, right? I've been having just so much fun. And the last thing, let's see, is this the last thing? I think it is. I did start on the journal. So this is the book. It's tall. let me raise up my phone a little bit here, my camera, so you can maybe see the whole thing. Yeah, still can't see the whole thing. But this is the book that I had picked up a couple months ago, I guess now, at the thrift store, and I took the pages out, and I had sold some of the pages in one of my book page or one of my bundles, you know, Thrifty Thursday bundles or something. But, oh, here, I left a paper clip in there where I was binding these into the journal. But, yeah, I took this book. It's the Tall Book of Bible Stories. I just thought it was, of course, unique because of the shape. It's about 12 inches tall and about like 5 inches wide, I think. Let me see. Yeah, 5 inches wide, pretty much exactly. So, yeah, I just thought, you know, I like to do unique things, different things, and just all different things I like to do. But I have a style, but I don't have any one type of thing that I do all the time. Like nothing's the same. So yeah, I just wanted to do this book. I thought it was so pretty for one thing and unique. Here's the back. And I went through my fabric. I found this pretty fabric that I thought looked really perfect with this book. And here's I love seeing I love to look at my stitches when they're done. They look so beautiful. I know some people like the hidden spine, like doing them, but I don't know. I just have something, there's something I love about seeing these stitches on the outside, and they're so beautiful and straight. You know what I mean? I just love that. And then, so the inside, let me show you. This is the inside that was already, you know, in the book. So of course it's beautiful. And I left it. Let me show you the back. And the back was a little messed up. I don't know, I didn't do it, but somebody did it, and before I got it from the thrift store, and there was a couple of marks here, like maybe there was a library pocket there, and someone ripped it out before they donated it to the thrift store. I don't know, I'm just guessing. But anyway, there's a couple of, you know, ripped marks, so this same thing was back there, the same paper, but it was messed up. This same paper, I'm trying to show you again. This same paper was back here. So I added this pretty paper, and here's the same fabric, you know, from the outside. I used it on the inside of the spine. You can see it here. And then this was the first page of the book, so I kept that the same. See, here it is on the back. And I have 3 signatures in here. So let me do a little quick flip through and show you the papers I use. So here's that scrapbook paper. Some of it that I avocado dyed. I used 2 pieces in each signature. So let me show you how they look. Now this is the page from the book, and this is white, but I didn't do anything there yet. So here is the scrapbook paper. Look how beautiful. And that is scrapbook paper is of course 12. This scrapbook paper pad is 12 by 12, so it was perfect for this 12-inch tall book, right? So I didn't have any trouble really finding papers to go in here. This is a ledger, which is, you know, probably like, what, 8.5 by 11, so about 11. So it's almost 12 inches. This is a page from the book, the first page, the, you know, title page here. I think I put one page from the book in each signature. And I try to pick out the most beautiful pages. And this will eventually go into my Etsy shop when I finish it. And I think I'm going to include all the pages that I have left from this book with it. So now I happen to have a really tall music paper. This is Rit dyed, I believe. And so I got to use some of that in here. I didn't even have to cut it down. So that was awesome. And then this is a page from, I believe, an Ideals magazine right here. Just a pretty page. This is a page from a beautiful calendar that I had that was large. So, and I didn't have to cut that down either as far as the length. I did cut the width, but I used one of these in each signature. So let me show you. Let me go over to the next signature, because since you've kind of seen all those papers. And so the next signature, I started with the page from the book. And let's see. Let me see what's on the inside of that title page. Oh, the title page that I showed you in the first signature here, that does have the copyright on it, 1957. So this is an older book, 1957. So anyway, the next page. Now, the next two pages that I used from the book in this journal, I reinforced because one wasn't coming apart or anything, but I just felt like it needed some reinforcement. And the other one it was attached in the book in a way where I couldn't keep it together. Like it was not like together, it was like glued together. Most of the pages were together, but some of them were glued on, like originally. So in order to keep them together, I had to put them back together. So that's in the third signature. This is the one I just reinforced here with a strip of paper from this book. So there's that one. See how it's just a pretty picture there. And here's the scrapbook paper. And this one I did a little fold out. So I didn't glue any of the fold outs down because I thought I'd leave that as an option for the person, whoever ends up with this book, to make a tuck spot here or leave it as a fold out. So again, ledger, pretty page from this book again. We have Mary and Jesus on the donkey going to the manger. I thought that was a beautiful picture there, so I put that there. The music. This is a choir book that I think this one used to belong to my mom, and that's my mom's handwriting right there. So there's a couple little bits of handwriting on like this page. It says duet or quartet. My mom sang solos and sang in the choir at church. And so this is actually church choir music in this, you know, Bible storybook. I thought that was, first of all, it's tall, and I thought it was very appropriate. The Ideals page, another of the beautiful scrapbook paper pages, and the calendar page. Isn't this a gorgeous calendar? I just picked out pretty pages that I thought would go with this journal. Okay, so that's that signature. Let me go to the last signature. And then, so this is not a detail flip through. I just wanted to show you the papers that I used in here. Since I didn't do the pages with you, I already have the pages done. I wanted to show you what I put in here. So pretty pages start with this one. This one is this one I put together? Maybe it was the first. I don't see the tape, anything on here. Was it the first one? Oh, it was this one where I put the book page together. Here I put, well, I can't even see it. One of them I put washi on, and one of them I put paper on. This one's the paper. I don't know. I can't even see it now. But that's a pretty page there. Look at this scrapbook paper here. Isn't that gorgeous? And the avocado die. Ledger. Another page from the book. Beautiful page there. I think this might be Palm Sunday. Yeah, this is Palm Sunday here. And so that's a gorgeous picture. The Ideals, the other scrapbook paper, and the calendar from this one. Gorgeous, right? So that is it. That is what I've been working on. And I'm out of time. I can't believe I didn't get to craft with you today. I was going to work on some more of this ephemera, but I'll have to do that in a separate video So I hope you enjoyed seeing what I'm working on, the beginnings of this journal. Now I need to just add some pockets and ephemera, and hopefully maybe even by the time you see this video it will be in my shop. So I would check, because I said this before, sometimes I don't get my videos out because I have, videos that I do at certain times of the week. And if this video doesn't fit into that week, I could finish this before I do the video flip through. So I would check my shop. If you're interested in this, check my shop to see if it's there, or even message me if you don't see it there. And if I haven't gotten it in there and finished it yet, if you wanted it, just message me and let me know, and I'll list it for you when it's done. But anyway, that is it for today. Back to my crafting fun, and I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.